came down to the last second.
I don't need these last 6 points.
Yeah, he didn't realize. he missed out a little, but he doesn't need them. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be exciting. And it's interesting. Mono, they have a little bit more poke. They have a little bit more damage than Curse does.
Yeah.
But Curse, they have the regen from Soraka, and that is invaluable on its own. That's going to be huge. It gives them that spammability. TF is interesting because he has poke, but he also has the spammable stun. However, he is greatly outranged by all these champions, Xerath in particular.
Yes.
Xerath versus TF, that matchup, if Salsei ever gets stunned, he's going to instantly die, even with the heals with that Nijak he has. That's going to be brutal for him.
Yeah, I can understand the mentality, though, because remember, wildcards, they do have a pretty nice wave, and
yes,
when you see champs on Murder Bridge, they're very clumped up. Odds are every time he throws those off, he's probably going to be getting at least 2 hits on that, especially if they're still looking to push or actually pressuring down on the tower. But we'll see how it goes. You also got St. Vicious on the Mundo, looking to be that frontline tank. Cop on Sona, that ultimate is going to be amazing. You'll get a Sheen on her too. The damage is going to be fantastic.
And the double heal. So they have 2 heals and then the ultimate to try and quick burst down those fights.
Yeah.
So a little bit more team fight oriented because they actually have a little bit. They have a closer range team. However, the movement speed that Sona gives them, coupled with the Jace movement speed, it will actually allow them to close the gap very quickly on Mono. So they do have the potential to try and get in there and clean out those fights.
But here's the thing, though, is that if Curse can withstand the barrage long enough, if they just start stacking magic defense, though, that can cut out a huge chunk of Mono's damage.
Yeah, no, that is going to be a concern that they are so magic reliant. And that is something that happens later in the game in Proving Grounds a lot of times. You have a great poking team, but if you don't have the damage to match up with it in team fights, eventually the other team becomes too tanky. So that's going to be kind of their threat. They do have Jace that makes up for it a little bit. And then Nidalee's spears, they just last throughout the game. There's not a point in the game
where
you're
timeless.
Yeah, you don't sit there and get to late game and go, oh, that Nidalee spear didn't hit that, for that much. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous how much damage he's going to be doing.
She threw that spear 2 years ago. It's been traveling all this time. Only to
through time and space.
Only to meet with your face.
Across the eons.
Wow, that kind of rhymed a little bit. This is, man.
Don't tell Buddy, because he went off on a huge rant yesterday where Josh Sutherland was saying that girl in world rhyme, and Buddy was flipping out.
I remember this. He tweeted about it, too.
Yeah, it was interesting. And then we actually looked up all of the songs that have girl and world as their as a standard rhyming pattern.
Oh, then again, Josh, he's just kind of an infamous troll.
He's going to walk right into it.
Right out in front. Uppercut coming from Blitz. There
He's not
the
dying.
Heals. That's miraculous somehow. He burned both barrier and summoner heal and somehow lived from that. That is... wow.
Yeah, and they will have a lot of regen, so they will be able to heal up. But if they start taking poke damage, Soraka won't be able to heal them all up. And on Proving Grounds, it's important to remember the health regen timers, another spear coming in. So they are all very low. A huge early advantage for Mono.
Wow.
That is massive. The health regen on the little portals here, they actually spawn at 310, and it's every 40 seconds after that. So they still have a good 2 minutes where they're going to be at a disadvantage, and if Mono can take advantage of them in those first 2 minutes, that could be huge. So Mono, with the huge early lead, could bully them around until about 310. And there's another hook. The stun, if they can get it from X-Smithy, they will, but they don't quite have enough damage to finish up on it. But hopefully St. Vicious, he can rely on that base health regen.
There's still more poke coming from Jason. Every single one of those shots, at least on Mono's side, is hitting at least 2-3 champions every single time. Cannot say the same for Elements at this moment, but they are on the defensive end. They can't get as much poke as they'd like to. So this, but their best bet here, they can withstand. They do have those heals. It's just a matter of how long can they keep this up.
Well, the brutalizer on Jace is so brutal early on.
Hence the name.
It's true damage. A hook on the Salsei. He will go down. No, just barely getting the flash out.
Heal hit heal.
He flashed instead of getting as he was getting knocked up. So really fortuitous timing for him there.
Yep. So that was a double heal coming in from Sona and Soraka to keep him topped off. X-Smithy is rooted in the brush, wants to get a little bit extra range. St. Vicious is going to be taking some of that damage.
What you just saw there is actually one of the the interesting mechanics of Master E. So APE, you do a lot of damage with your Alpha Strike, but then also with your ultimate, whenever you get a kill or assist while your ultimate's up, you refresh all your cooldowns, so you can quickly get a lot of damage. Another hook. Aphromoo is just rocking it this game.
Yeah, Cop just cannot, he had to immediately flash out. No risk, no Q, no anything. Just get out now.
Then, so Yi has a lot of damage from Alpha Strike, and then he also has a ridiculous heal with his W. His heal, it actually gives him 300 armor and MR at max level, so you're basically unkillable while you're healing as Master Yi. However, it's also interesting, if you target a minion that dies, you go to where the minion goes, another hook. You go to where the minion goes, but then you hit people past the minion. So Yi, you can Alpha Strike a minion wave and then poke people behind the minion wave. So you saw he had actually some nice damage not that long ago, despite the fact that he's way out of range.
St. Vicious contesting that health kit, trying to get Aphromoo away from it, and with that cleaver does keep him off it. And of course, they're feeling a little bit more confident now. They have a little bit more strength here. They can actually push out a little bit out in front of their tower, but they're not going to be staying like that for long. Mono.Ferus throws the lane, just very convenient enough. Another grab onto Cop. There's the first blood. Actually, still died while still in mid-air. Nothing he could do off of that one. And now Mono.Ferus are taking a huge advantage with this one. But Sona, though, is back, can opt to buy something nice, but provided you actually have enough gold, but only has 3 Creed kills, hasn't made a whole that big of a contribution, but does get the cooldown boots.
Just barely not able to get it. One of the interesting things, another interesting thing, Brewing Grounds versus Summoner's Rift, is that the health relics, they actually give you mana as well. So that kind of negates some of the advantage that someone like Soraka would have. They're getting really great poking pressure, partially because of the mana from Soraka. But Xerath was actually able to go back and get some help as well.
Pull on to St. Vicious. He's run behind by Smithy, is caught out in front. Element's looking to close the gap, wants to finish the damage, but will not. So Xerath's going to be out of the fight for just a little bit. More damage. Muffin Cutie through the stream, getting that long distance shot down, and spears on spears. And right now, Mono.Ferus, they can spam all this because look, they have 3 Chalices of Harmony straight off. That was their first purchase, and that was huge for them.
Yeah, Chalice can be very strong. Right now, though, the early advantage for Mono, they're able to take control of most of the relics, so they have control of the entire map. Smithy just barely dodging a wild card there.
Wow.
But though he does go down to Jace, so they have to play on the defensive. Taking control of the relics, it does allow them to have a little bit more health regen than Curse does, but that's easily accommodated for by the Soraka and the Sona. Another hook. Salsa is going to go down, but let's see if they can get out of here. The knockback from Elements. The Ignite is just barely, Muffin Cutie barely living.
Is crawling to the relic. He's just like, no, I don't want to go down here.
My legs!
It's like grabbing for health and like TF2 or something. It's like, no, what are you doing? And if you have like Aphromoo just like snatched up right in front of him as he was dying, that would be so hilarious to me. But fortunately enough, though, there's no death going to be occurring on that. APE, that's the extent of that Alpha Strike. Went all the way back. I think actually got Cop on that one too.
Yeah, it really does do some nice damage as the game progresses, but Mandatory Cloud, he needs to hit a health relic because he needs a little bit of a mana boost so he can keep hitting those spears. Ball's healing up, the hook not going to land. I'm not sure that it would be that great of a decision anymore. Wow. Now the AoE goes off very quickly and they get everyone low from Curse, so too many people for Soraka to actually heal, but they do back off a step. If they can get the hook back, St. Vicious is very low, but just barely not able to get it in time. The cooldown was down still.
Yep, and that heal from Soraka, keeping St. Vicious super tanky while in the ult duration, getting his health back. Long distance shots once again going straight for the back line of Curse. Nice shot there from Muffin, but still getting very low. Balls, limited health, thrown down the Alpha Strike. He needs to meditate quickly,
Jace
but no, Elements with a shot before Yi could sit down and think and heal.
Yeah, Elements is hitting his Qs. Earlier on, Muffin Cutie had an early advantage, but now Elements is pushing back. And there's another kill for Elements, and then he's diving in, trying to pick up Xmithy, the hook back from Aphromoo, but there's the Cop follow-up with the Stun ult. They're actually going to get 2 kills here, so very quickly, 3 people are down. They can maybe pick up this turret real quick.
Elements still with more shots, wants to get damage down to Aphromoo because he's been such a major pain, but a major contributor here for Mono. Those hooks, though, haven't been on point during this last push, and it shows. And now the tier 1 for Mono.Ferus has gone down. Cop getting the credit for it, and now they're looking to push, looking to get a little bit of revenge on that first, on the first pressure that Mono was putting right as the game started.
Yeah, and actually the poke from Mono, even though they have the range advantage, it's just not enough to deal with the heals from Curse. Nye, Jackie, and Cop have been able to stabilize them, and then Saint Vicious, because he's been tanking so many of the shots, he's tanky enough and has enough regen that it's not that big of a concern. Oof. But we'll see if they can turn it around. Xmithy, he is level 7, so he can maybe get a kill with his ultimate. He will have plenty of burst damage to try and pick him up.
Saint Vicious out in front, throwing cleavers, just wants to annoy Balls. Keep him from meditating a little bit too long. But you still have fantastic shots coming in from Jace on both ends. Pull back, Mundo being grabbed once again. But the heal from Soraka going to keep him topped off and save. But no, one more ult from Xerath going to be enough to get that finish. But Muffin Cutie once again taking way too much damage from those stray shots from Elements.
And that's kind of the concern of going up against the healing team, is that every hit from Elements, it kind of sticks a little bit more. JC is able to heal from the Relic, so he did back off a little bit. But even so, it sticks a little bit more than his hits do. When he hits, Soraka heals back up. When Elements hits, it's really devastating. But the one turret advantage from Curse, it's looking like Mono's going to be able to push back a little bit, see if they can pick someone up. They really want to play kind of defensively until Xerath's ultimate is up once again.
Throwing the spears, just spray and pray, trying to get something, trying to make something happen. Nice shots. Jackie a little bit low on that. The Saint Vicious juking in and out, gets pulled back. He's really far behind. Hammer actually knocking him further back into Mono, but Ball's going to be the low target of that stun. Saint Vicious will actually live off that, and Master Yi, the only casualty. Curse looking to continue on with this push. Next, Smithy seems to be trapped in the bush. He's rooted, but Salty, will he go down? No, flash on out just in time.
Yeah, right now Saint Vicious is just too tanky. Mundo is just such a beast. Another spear hits Elements.
Oh!
Muffin Cutie picks up the kill
from
on the
three.
From going downtown.
That was like more of a half-court shot than anything.
Oh,
damn,
man.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, but they if they can get Saint Vicious up front, they can really easily turn that around. But the pokes are so huge. They really need to time their pokes, though, so that the hits don't hit. There's the stun from Xmithy. He gets the flash in. He's in a dangerous spot. They are able to grab Jace here, but Saint Vicious will also go down if they can chase him. Wow. Mandatory Cloud picks it up. This is where they need to get an advantage here. They have a couple of members down. Balls can't get to that health relic. Nijaki is able to just barely take it, but they will push in some more pokes from Muffin Cutie, but they are all very, very low.
Aftermove cannot get the grab he wanted, but Cop is still taking plenty of damage from the Jace. You got Nidalee Spears looking to try and hit their mark also, but Xmithy rooted in the brush, very dangerous for him. Once Jace comes back, that could be a very bad situation
The
for him.
important thing, though, is if they can match up their abilities, because Xmithy, if he hits the stun, you follow it up with the spear from Nidalee, and then the Jace hit, that's going to insta-kill someone, and that's what their goal is. With this strategy, Balls is getting very close to going down. If Mundo can just get in range, he uses his ultimate, get out of there. Muffin Cutie with the knockback, but Aftermu is caught. He does flash back, and they just barely retreat in time.
I am waiting for one shot from Elements to get like a triple just on its own. Aftermu trying to grab someone in. Saint Vicious tanking the tower, will fall down there. Cop so very low, but one quick kill will at the very least keep him in this fight. Muffin Cutie gets very low, looking for the spear. Muffin Cutie down, gets the kill into Soda. Double kill from Elements. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and they're in a great situation here because they can slowly wear them down and then wait
one more
for
shot.
Just one kill. Oh.
Every shot from Elements, every single one at this point, with how many members of Mono.Ferus are low, could mean a kill from half court. Every single one.
Yeah, it's absurd how much damage he does, and he does have the Sanguine Blade as well, so that's basically a Bloodthirster. His damage is just ridiculous right now. Jace, for Muffin Cutie, he actually has the Mana Immune, so not quite as much damage. Yeah. But Jace, I think he's going to get this. Elements, he's going for it. The range shot, Xmithy just barely surviving. The Mandatory Cloud heal just barely kept him alive.
And you saw earlier, too, the one shot that actually missed, that actually forced out the barrier.
Oh,
from
almost
Xmithy.
The double shot.
Wow.
The Nidalee shot with the Jace almost picked up that kill. Xmithy almost going down to the wild cards.
The poke, very stellar. Xmithy, ooh, I thought a wild card was actually going to grab him in the bush there, but fortunately enough for him, it just did not reach. Just a few centimeters off. Balls out in front is slowed by the cleaver. Jace shots coming in. There's a hook. Every single one of these hooks from Aftermu, though, they keep hitting the majority of those grabs are going down to St. Vicious.
Do you really think that St. Vicious cares at this point in the game?
I really doubt it. He did. Hey, if he didn't care during Twisted Tree Line and we saw him mention it, he was not going to care here.
Oh, so they're just going to back off a step. They know they can heal, so this is a great opportunity for them to back off. Jace, another shot, but they're actually very low as well. If Aphromoo can force this because of Muffin Cutie shot, Xmithy does have to watch out, though. He's very close to going down. A hook. St. Vicious, there's just too much of a heal. He does survive. Xmithy's very close to going down.
Here
it goes. The TF ultimate. He's getting the kill, but he does go down himself, and Curse is going to be able to grab Aphromoo and turn this around.
You wouldn't think a TF ult would do too much on Proving Grounds, but look, just right there, you saw it work absolutely perfectly. You got the kill you needed. You cornered a Xerath. He just could not get away fast enough.
The coaching is just too strong on Curse right now. You know, Pluto is in the back corner.
Pluto, stop ghosting.
He's letting them know. He's like, yo, Curse, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to run heal, and you're going to rock them. And they're right now, that's what they're doing.
And reminder, too, last time we saw Curse on this stream playing on Proving Grounds, they did actually sub in Pluto. St. Vicious cannot escape this time. Does fall, but that's okay. You got another tower to your credit. Curse is looking very happy right now.
Oh, Aphromoo coming in for the hook. The silence from Soraka turns him off. Muffin Cutie almost goes down.
That I thought that was huge. That is absolutely huge. And just look at the damage these long-range shots are doing. Aphromoo could not get a grab on that one. Mandatory Cloud looking for more spears. Gets caught actually in the back line, followed up by the Jace. That is a lot of damage to be taking on the back line right next to your tower.
He's going for Xmithy. He won't quite have enough damage to kill him, but he's going to get him pretty low right there. And so that he knows whenever Xmithy shows himself, he can just track back, and so he's able to pick him up. And he's also not mobile enough to move.
Salsa taking a huge spear in the back line, but nothing. A few heals, nothing. A few band-aids for Mom can't fix. St. Vicious charging out right in front because he doesn't give a crap. Xmithy throwing down shots in retreat, but that inhibitor is open, pulling St. Vicious closer. Can he get away? Here come the heals, and he is fine for now.
Oh, he's just baiting him out so well, and they're so low. He actually didn't have a shield, so Jace, St. Vicious, or Elements is able to pick up that kill. But because they're so low, they're slowly wearing them down. They're able to get the inhibitor as well. If Muffin Cutie had the acceleration gate, he would have been able to pick that up. Xmithy actually throwing off the ultimate, trying to get a kill. Just stalling off the inhibitor. It will drop the next time they push. But St. Vicious, he's just running around, just man-moding right in the middle of the team. And Elements has been rocking. He rocked it in game number 1 in Dominion, and now is Jace this game.
He has been caught. St. Vicious threw down the cleaver, forcing him to retreat. He wants to go back to the fountain, but that thing doesn't heal here. You're going to need to do something else to try and come back from this. The inhibitor is now down. Mono.Ferus, they're looking to be on the ropes, and all they're doing at this point is farming. St. Vicious, the don't care, is strong with this one.
Oh, but Elements, he's caught out of position, but it doesn't matter. He jumps into Xmithy. If he can get someone else, he does go down, but now it's in Curse's advantage. The stun from Salsa Balls is close to going down. St. Vicious jumping into the middle of the team will drop, but everyone is very low for Mono. As long as Curse can hold off and hold on to the health relics, they'll be able to take an advantage here.
Salsa, it's all on you. You got 2 heals. The game is pinned on you. No pressure whatsoever. You just need to hold off until the rest of your team comes back.
And it seems that Mono, the force is strong with them in this Proving Grounds map. They're working their way in. Salsa trying to, hold them off a bit as Balls is coming up. He didn't quite hit that, perfect ability power potential to late game, but he does have really nice poke. He does give them, some nice damage. We'll see if they can start to turn around. They are pretty high here, but once the Curse poke starts working, it's really great. Mandatory Cloud almost dropping once again.
St. Vicious is back, wants to get out in front and not care about anyone. Xmithy's already at half health, and the fight hasn't even really started yet. There's the uppercut and the slam backwards, the alley-oop, keeping St. Vicious back, but you can't keep him back forever. Here comes the ult charging on in. Xerath trying to throw his entire kit to keep Curse at bay.
Oh,
not gonna work there. Wonderful shot from Elements. Again, another nice half-court shot. Throwing cleavers in and out, trying to get your poke. No! There's the double! Elements getting a second one. Can he connect any more on top of this? Nice grab! Jackie in trouble, but Aphromoo will be caught. Triple kill for Elements! That's a quadra! Can he pick it up? Balls! Can he actually get back? He's got to give it to him! Pentakill! Pentakill!
They pick up the pentakill. Elements is a monster. He's man-moding all over the place. The taker, the seducer of women, the controller of worlds. Elements, can he get the 6th kill? He's backing up for a second here as they're forcing in the Nexus. Elements just absolutely destroying Muffin Cutie, trying to force it back, but that Nexus is dropping very, very quickly. 2 more shots. Curse, they pick up the win. It is a 2-1 victory, 3-1 with the 2-point rules. So Curse wins the very first LoLympics over Mono Esports.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All of that, man. I need to buy Jace. I need to buy Jace soon.
Jace is OP.
Jace is too
How
crazy.
How can you not know this already?
We've said this how many times?
14-2-5 on Elements.
And this is what happens in blind pick. And you know what? We've said this is exactly why we picked blind pick, because going in for a straight ARAM, sometimes it's not the most fair of situations, but at least